Blessings. We are Thymus. We are the collective of ascended masters. We welcome you to our realm. We invite you to come here and join us where the frequencies are very high. We know that you can do this if you really want to. We know that you all have the capacity to bring yourselves into a higher vibrational state, and we know that from time to time, all of you do. When you recognize how easy it is to make yourself feel better, and you still choose not to do so, then you have to ask yourselves why. Why would you want to stay in a lower vibrational state? What are you getting out of being angry for so long, being filled with so much resentment, so much hate? If you can discover the answers to those questions, then you will be able to move past doing it over and over again. Once you see the folly of your ways, it becomes harder for you to continue, to engage in those behaviors, in those mental gymnastics. You all know that you want to feel good, and in fact, most of the time when you feel bad, it's because you think something else or someone else is getting in the way of you feeling good. And so, let that sink in for a moment. You will deliberately feel bad because you think that you cannot feel good, and you are using someone or something as your excuse for not feeling the way that you want to feel. As you sit and take this message in right now, ask yourself if it is possible for you to feel peace within yourself right now. Ask yourself if it is possible for you to feel joy, and ask yourself if it is possible for you to feel love. When you start living your life as an awakened master, you recognize that you always have a choice. You can choose how you want to feel, and you can activate the feeling within you, or you can continue to stay attached to your life being a certain way, and then you can have your knee-jerk reactions to when it is not the way you want it to be. Again, maybe there is some benefit that you are deriving out of being angry, being filled with resentment, being filled with resistance, and you need to discover what those reasons are. You need to discover why you think it's better to stay angry. The answer might surprise you. Maybe you feel safe when you are in anger because you don't feel as vulnerable, as capable of being hurt by someone else. Once you discover that and you work with it and you release what you need to release, then you can let go of the anger. You don't have to use it as a weapon. You don't have to choose it to protect yourself. And again, you can join us here in the Ascended Master realm where the water is always warm and the weather is always perfect and everyone is always smiling and laughing and dancing and playing. That is how existence really is. And remember, you chose to go into a lower vibrational state, to incarnate on a world and in a dimension where you would be able to experience certain emotions, where you would have certain experiences that you could only have there in that particular dreamlike illusion. But when you wake up to the truth of who you really are, then you can stop playing that game, and you can start playing the much better feeling game of knowing who you are, being who you are, behaving as though you are a source energy being, and letting everyone else off the hook. You don't have to morph your world into the version of it that you think it needs to be in order for you to be happy and filled with peace and love. You only ever have to morph yourself, and it's much easier. It takes much less time, much less effort, and you don't have to get anyone else to behave as you want them to behave. Keep making conscious choices and examining why you are making unconscious choices, and you can live as an ascended master does and still be in your physical body on the fourth dimensional earth. And you can show others the way as well, through your words and, even more powerfully, through your example, and that is why you incarnated there at this time. You wanted to have the experience of making conscious choices and helping others to do the same. That is all for now. We are Thymus. We are the collective of ascended masters, and we are always amongst you.